It's The Other Side with Wesley and Will.
Welcome back to The Other Side. Apparently, people in Silent Hill are a little sensitive, but if they feel you've learned your lesson, they will send you back from hell, which I appreciate. And you won a medal.
I did. Did the zombie run in Denver.
Awesome.
Got infected. Not as fast as I used to be. 3-mile run.
Anyway, on to some movie news. Up to Prometheus, the sequel coming out.
It's finally got a title.
It's, yeah, a title change, in fact, titled Alien Covenant. Now, Prometheus was, I think, the very definition of a polarizing movie. You either love it or you hate it. There are very few people in between. He loved it. I think it's okay. But Alien Covenant, there's a lot of questions Prometheus left that I hope that this movie answers. Mainly that we have a xenomorphic creature at the end of the movie that goes through a very, complicated string of events of how this thing pops out of the engineer, or the pale, bald guy, how it pops out of his chest at the end. But there are pictures of them in the ship, so maybe they'll deal on the mystique of what the xenomorphs are, how the engineers became aware of them, and why they're so pissed off at humans.
I love sci-fi, and it wasn't so much of like a reboot, or it didn't really annoy me like it annoyed everybody else. I saw it as a great science fiction flick, so take it for what you want.
Moving right along. Star Trek Beyond. Finally, we get to see
Green women, I hope.
I was going to say the 5-year mission, but green women, perhaps. And also rumors that Kirk is going to explore his dark side due to the infection, or be the transfusion of Khan's blood. That maybe Kirk's going to get a little dark, which could say is hackneyed and overdone, but did happen in the original show where Kirk went dark a couple of times. So
right. One was through like being sick, and then the other one was it was a completely different Kirk. And for me,
I want to see evil Spock, goatee Spock, go goatee Spock.
So looking forward to Star Trek.
Yes, love Star Trek. The movies have been great so far. However, something that is close to coming out, in fact, November 20th. The stunning conclusion, I'm sure it will be a stunning conclusion, to the worldwide phenomenon starring Jennifer Lawrence.
The Hunger Games.
Mockingjay Part 2. Which I'm sure will thoroughly render Part 1 pointless. For 5 years, Jennifer Lawrence has been tied up in the Hunger Games and the X-Men, making her one of the biggest actresses ever in this decade. And I'm sure this culmination of the work in the Hunger Games will be exciting. You'll see a lot of explosions, and Donald Sutherland probably getting what's coming to him, and oh yes, there will be blood. This is the war, this is the revolution. Hunger Games, November 20th, definitely check it out.
He's not going to make it easy for them either. So.
No, he is not. Really, that's a cold-blooded, ruthless son of a gun right there. Moving right along to Force Awakens. They keep putting out some more footage, leaking a little bit here and there.
We are so
Kylo
close.
Ren blocking some shots coming in, threatening Rey.
We are a month away.
Yeah!
And I'm the biggest Star Wars geek in the world. I will be first in line, I guaranteed. I already got all my tickets.
Yeah!
To the IMAX.
By the way,
But everybody's still trying to figure out...
Yeah, where the hell is Luke?
Where's Luke Skywalker?
Where is Luke Skywalker? We have not seen Luke, and we have not seen...
It's not only the fact that we haven't seen him yet, it's the comments from like J.J. Abrams and Harrison Ford of, there's a reason you haven't seen him. And is he a fucking Force ghost?
Yeah, did he die? Or
so anyway,
because the other character we haven't seen is, I like to call him Snooki.
That's funny.
Snoke. We haven't seen him yet.
Yeah.
I do wonder though, where is Luke Skywalker? Is he going to be the bad guy?
Yeah, that's the other thing. It keeps coming up that he's the... I don't see... If
I
Luke
personally
Skywalker,
hope they aren't, because if Luke Skywalker... I will say this right now. If Luke Skywalker is the bad guy...
I will get up and walk
in
right
this
out of the
new
theater.
Star Wars trilogy, then everybody who bashed the prequels and how badly George Lucas destroyed his own creation... And I love J.J. Abrams, but everybody needs to just get their pitchforks and get off of George Lucas's lawn and go to Abrams, because it will completely destroy the original trilogy.
Yeah,
it will destroy the message that was behind it, and I don't think he's that stupid.
He loves it too much.
I don't think he'll do that.
I don't understand where that rumor came from, but I guess to me the bummer's starting to become, I don't think Mark Hamill's in the movie, but maybe 15 minutes.
Which I think it is, but I think there might be a reason for that.
Me out.
I think that might be a reason to put him as a mentor.
That's my prediction.
In the second movie. Yeah, he'll appear at the very end.
15-minute screen time. Moving on.
Yes, moving on to X-Men Apocalypse. Apparently they had reshoots.
Oh, yeah. Yay.
Maybe they changed Apocalypse's costume. They might have.
No.
I am sure Bryan Singer watches this show.
No, he didn't.
I'm positive he does.
He wouldn't change it, but...
Isn't Civil War supposed to be airing a trailer?
Yeah, I don't know if that was like
if that's rumor or what or not.
That'd be great.
That would would be awesome to see both of those. Yeah, and speaking of Bryan Singer, apparently he will be doing New Mutants.
We had talked about New Mutants in an earlier episode, but we didn't know Bryan Singer was going to be directing it. So
yeah, I think that's gonna be awesome.
Big thumbs up there.
Definitely.
And it replaces the Fantastic Four X-Men. Because the Fantastic Flop... There we go. Might go back to this. The Fantastic Flop isn't getting a sequel. Like we couldn't have predicted that shitty movie wouldn't get a sequel.
Civil War! A lot of rumors floating around about this. We've seen pictures of the teams, but this one rumor involving Vision seems pretty interesting.
I've heard everything from Vision has somewhat of a close relationship with Scarlet Witch, which is weird in itself. But it is, It
is comic canon.
Yeah, so... but yeah, he's supposed to be towards the end of Civil War. Spoiler. Vision's supposed to head off into space for some reason. So that's Thor's...
He's gonna have a dance-off of Star-Lord.
Yeah, it's interesting because they were wondering there was supposed to be a character tie-in with Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think the Guardians will make it eventually. Thanos is big, and he's been shown in both those franchises. I don't see how they don't come together.
And the Incredible Hulk's supposed to be playing a part in Thor Ragnarok.
Hulk smash Ragnarok! Yes, Hulk!
So he's pretty stoked about that.
I can't wait to see the look on Loki's face.
We talked about way back that Thanos needed all the jewels for that glove, and how was he going to get the one from Vision? So now we know, if this is true, he's much closer to Thanos.
Yeah, and that would make sense. Sorry, Vision, but he's died in the comics a lot, so don't be surprised when that happens.
Spoiler.
Fans of Visions.
Spoiler.
Batman Superman shirt.
Check it out.
Demon and the false god.
I think he got fried. That's why he's a skeleton.
I think it's because Superman has X-ray vision.
Oh. That'll work. I just thought he crispy crittered his ass with his heat vision. So many great movies coming out in the following year. One that I'm still trying to catch this year because I'm a big fan of the 80s and I'm looking forward to it. Gem, baby. Gem and the Holograms.
Get that shit out of here!
What's wrong with Gem?
Because that piece of garbage's own studio yanked it from theaters after being out for 2 weeks because it bombed. It bombed hard. And I just hope with the cancellation of the Fantastic Flop sequel and that piece of crap that's just trying to cash in on 80s nostalgia getting yanked from theaters that maybe Hollywood is learning a lesson. Netflix news.
Oh, if you got time, you have got to see Kong Fury. Okay, what do you get with when you mix a giant Viking, Nazi soldiers, dinosaurs, Viking women, and a Street Fighter style cop? You get Kong Fury. It is so cute. It's a mix of 80s and
Street
video
Fighter
games.
style cop.
Yeah, it's so funny. 30 minutes long. Go to Netflix. Check it out. Kong Fury. I guarantee you're going to laugh your ass off.
Check it out.
And a new series is coming out in just a couple days. Marvel,
yes!
Netflix.
Yes! Jessica Jones! November 20th.
Now, who is Jessica Jones?
Jessica Jones, you might be familiar with Jessica Jones, and you want to talk about some weird 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon synchronicity shit right here. Okay, Jessica Jones originally appeared on television in a little show called Alias, and she was played by Jennifer Garner. Jennifer Garner went on to be, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, the worst part of one of the worst superhero movies I've ever seen, Daredevil, playing Elektra. And now, right after, on the heels of the successful Netflix Daredevil series, we've got Jessica Jones. all the way back. It's kind of a weird connection between, you know, Daredevil and Jessica already. She's a former superhero. Things didn't work out well for her, so she became a private detective. She's operating in Hell's Kitchen. This is going to be the same universe, the Marvel universe that we've all seen. If you haven't checked out Daredevil, do yourself a favor if you're a Marvel fan and do so. And this is, of course, leading on to Daredevil Season 2, where we'll have the Punisher, Iron Fist, and Luke Cage, and leading on to the Defenders, which will be kind of like an Avengers type thing, but done with street-level heroes. I think it's great. I wish it success. Daredevil was awesome. If it's half as good as Daredevil, it'll be a great show. Check it out if you're a fan of the Marvel Universe. And another movie I want to talk about, available on Netflix. Kind of an independent film, but if you're into a decent horror movie and you want to see a good ghost movie that's not Paranormal Activity or, you know, some other crap or a remake, watch The Last Shift. About a rookie cop watching over a police station that's closing down. She's the only one there, and it's got a history, and it's a good movie. Be patient. Put up with the slow burn. The payoff is worth it. It does a good job of building tension. I really enjoyed it. I give it a thumbs up.
Right on. I think that's all we got for movie news. This is the other side.
We're out.